At dawn, a government fell. Not through an election, not through a coup from within, but through a foreign military operation. In a move that stunned the world, the United States announced it had captured the sitting president of Venezuela, Nicolás Maduro. This is what happened, why it happened, and what it could mean for the world. For years, Venezuela has stood at the center of tension between Washington and Caracas. Sanctions, accusations, diplomatic standoffs. But no one expected this. In early 2026, US President Donald Trump confirmed that American forces had carried out a direct operation inside Venezuela, capturing President Nicolás Maduro and his wife and flying them to the United States. The announcement immediately triggered shockwaves across Latin America and beyond. According to the US government, this was not a war. It was a law enforcement operation. American officials accuse Maduro of leading what they described as a narco-state, claiming Venezuela's government was deeply involved in international drug trafficking and had links to criminal networks responsible for flooding drugs into the United States. These accusations were not new. US prosecutors had already charged Maduro years earlier. There was even a multi-million-dollar bounty on his arrest. This time, Washington says it acted. Details remain limited. But US officials say the operation was fast, targeted, and coordinated from outside Venezuela. No prolonged fighting, no full-scale invasion. Maduro was reportedly taken during the early hours of the morning, removed from Venezuelan soil and transferred to US custody. Within hours, the world was asking the same question: how did this happen without a war? So why act now? The Trump administration points to three main reasons. First, drug trafficking. Officials say the situation had reached a point where diplomatic and economic pressure no longer worked. Second, regional security. Trump referenced long-standing US policy that treats threats in the Western Hemisphere as direct security concerns. And third, strategic interests. Venezuela holds some of the largest oil reserves on Earth. While the White House denies oil was the motivation, critics argue energy security cannot be ignored. The reaction was immediate and deeply divided. Some governments quietly welcomed Maduro's removal, viewing him as an authoritarian leader whose rule had devastated Venezuela's economy. Others strongly condemned the action. Russia called it illegal and destabilizing. Several international figures warned it set a dangerous precedent, that powerful nations could now remove foreign leaders by force. Inside the US, critics questioned whether the operation violated international law. Supporters called it overdue accountability. With Maduro gone, Venezuela entered a political vacuum. The country's vice president declared temporary leadership, but legitimacy remains contested. The big fear? Instability. History shows that removing a leader does not automatically bring peace, especially in a nation already struggling with economic collapse, migration, and political division. The US has suggested it may play a role in guiding a transition. Whether that helps or makes things worse remains unclear. This isn't just about Venezuela. This moment challenges the global order. If a sitting president can be captured by a foreign power, what does that mean for sovereignty, for international law, for smaller nations caught between superpowers? What happened in Venezuela may shape how power is exercised in the 21st century.